Alright, so if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering how you can save your first $10,000 and how to make that easier. And I'm going to show you guys some of the steps that I used and learned along the way that's helped me save over $30,000 just in the last not even 10 months. A little backstory. My name's Chase. I'm 21 years old. Just turned 21. I work as a garbage man. Been doing that for about a year now. And I've saved over $30,000 in the last not even 10 months, like I said. I have a fully paid off car now. I have 3-month emergency fund, over $32,000 invested, and yeah, I'm still learning. I'm not a financial expert, still learning all of that, but I think I know enough to help some people. So I'm gonna go over these 5 steps that maybe you take one of these steps or maybe you take 2 of them. It doesn't matter. But if you could take something from this video and implement it, I really think it could help. So without further ado, let's get into these 5 steps. I got 5 bullet points that I wrote down, and I'm gonna just go over each of them real quick. Not gonna make this video too long, but yeah, these are the 5 things that helped me to save my first 10,000 and so on. So step number 1 is you have to believe that it's possible, right? Most people never believe that it's actually possible to save their money, so they never start saving. And the sooner that you can change your mindset and believe that it's possible and believe that you can do it, because I'll be honest, $10,000 does seem like a pretty big goal, but when you break it down, it's really not. It comes out to, I'm pretty sure I just looked this up, it's like $27, $28 a day, something like that. But it comes out to something like that, and not even $30 a day. If you can make $30 a day and save it extra, you'd save $10,000 in a year, right? Most people think you need to make all this money. You really don't, right? You don't have an income problem. You have a system problem. Your habits and your consistency and discipline, that's your problem. So believing that it's possible, if you can change your mindset, you'll definitely start to accomplish your goals, I think. And yeah, that's why I put it number 1, because I think it's the most important. But yeah, just believe that it's possible. Step number 2 is you need to track every dollar. And this is where most people mess up, because they don't track all the money that, one, they're taking in. You need to track every single dollar that you're taking in each month. And then you need to track every single dollar that's going out each month, your input and your output, right? And I'll be honest, my output is 28 cents higher than my input, so it's about even. And I've had to work around my budget a bunch, just to try to get that number close, because I don't work salary. I work a normal 9-to-5 job, like I said, and so and I work overtime, so my paychecks range. Each week's different, so I have to constantly update my budgets and stuff. But track every dollar that comes in, track every dollar that comes out. Avoid dumb purchases. Know where your money's going, right? Tell your money where to go, because what gets tracked gets controlled at the end of the day. If you tell your money where to go, and it's basically, you want to make your money an employee of you, right? That's kind of how I think of my money, as one of my employees. Like, I own like this business or something, and my money's basically working for me. I tell my money what to do, it rewards me. You know what I mean? So track where every single dollar is going. Super important. And one of the things that's really helped me, one of the things at first that was one of the hardest to do, but it's really helped me to save my money. And yeah, step number 3 that I got wrote down: make your savings automatic. And what I mean by that, you need to pay your future self before you spend and go spend your money. You need to set up automatic transfers, right? For example, every time I got paid, I don't have my money going into my regular savings account anymore. But every time that I got paid, I would have a certain amount. Dang. I would have a certain amount going automatically from my paycheck, from my direct deposit into my savings account. And yeah, I mean, it really took away the temptation, because naturally I feel like as humans, some people are savers, but a lot of people want to spend, they want to spend their money. So it kind of takes that temptation away, and it's really important. So making your savings automatic will definitely help you, whether you're a saver, a spender, whatever. And yeah, step number 4, and this, in my opinion, is the easiest one to do. But mentally, I will say mentally, because nobody wants to get out of their comfort zone, it is probably the hardest. That is to just make more money, right? You need to make more money. Simple as that. Because you can only cut out so much money out of your budget before you're left, like, you know what I mean? You can only cut out so much, and when you make more money, you can save more money, right? But it's also important to notice, when you inflate your income, don't inflate your lifestyle, right? Use the extra money, put it towards your savings goal, right? If it's an extra $100-$200 a month, there you go. You stack it up so much faster. I'm telling you from experience, especially working overtime and trying to get more overtime. It just making more money is really important. I went and got my CDL. I was working in a factory, not making much. I mean, not making as much as I wanted to make, and I'm still not where I want to be. But I got my CDL and basically almost tripled my income. And it was a 5-week class. I went and learned a skill. I invested in myself, right? It cost me a little bit of money, but I invested in myself, and I'll say it's definitely worth it. It really was. And I just got my license renewed too. And I mean, yeah, just go to show in the long run, I've had my CDL for the last 2 years, right? I just got it renewed. It was probably 2 years ago, probably was the best thing that I ever could have did for myself, was to go out, try something new, get out of my comfort zone, and just simply make more money, right? Step number 5, celebrate the small wins. Now, I'm not actually saying celebrate the wins, right? Like, no, we're not taking a vacation, going out, spending thousands of dollars. No, we're not doing that. But recognize, when you hit certain milestones, your first $500, your first $1,000, $5,000, $2,500, whatever it is, recognize those smaller milestones as wins. Because, and I don't know if you guys have heard of the snowball method, but it's basically you're just stacking these little wins, right? Stacking these little wins, and what that does is it builds momentum, because you can see the progress that's being made, and you can see how far you've come from, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. And it just helps a lot, right? So recognizing the small wins, definitely important, and start to do that for sure. But yeah, those are the 5 steps that I have. If you could take one thing from this video, I would say you have to just realize it. Like I think I said it earlier, but it's not about how much you make necessarily, as it is about your habits and your consistency and your discipline. Right? Now, making more money is definitely going to help, and it's going to make everything a lot easier, but your habits and stuff is going to change your life so much more than how much money you make. Because not only is it going to help you financially, it's going to help you in other aspects of your life, I think. Like, just being disciplined, I don't, just being disciplined, you're building good habits, like, that just changes who you are as a person, and I think people recognize that. But yeah, that's all I really got. I appreciate anybody who stuck around this far to watch this video, this is my first video. I do plan on hopefully posting more. I mean, I am going to, obviously, because I got bigger dreams in life than to be a garbage man my whole life. But without further ado, thank you guys all for watching, whoever's here. And yeah, peace.